What's up, everybody? Anthony here, specialtymotorcars.net. Behind me, you'll see another beautiful Panther platform. This is a 19, not a 19. This is a 2004 Lincoln Town Car. It's still early. 2004 Lincoln Town Car Ultimate Package with just 69,000 miles. Higher mileage than I normally typically get, but an absolutely gorgeous, fully dressed, all trimmed out, top dog, ultimate Lincoln Town Car. Gonna do a full walk around video of this car, show you outside, inside, take it for a spin, put it up on the lift, show you the bottom of it, tell you all the things I've done to it, price, everything right here in this video. Let's get into it. And here she is, a beautiful 2004 Lincoln Town Car Ultimate Package. Now, by 2004, the Ultimate had taken over as the top tier trim package of the Town Car lineup. Where Cartier was normally the top trim. I don't know why, but Ford decided to drop that name. Maybe copyright issues at that point. But after decades, the Ultimate became the top dog. So 04, 05 Ultimates were essentially the Cartiers. In 06, Ford screwed everything up with names and trim packages at this point. But this is a beautiful 69,000 mile car. Slightly higher mileage than I typically get, but the absolute love and care that this car got shows so brightly on this car. And I know 69,000 miles is still incredibly low miles for a 2004 car. It's 20 years old, but it is just in such phenomenal shape. Papa Bear and I went through this one mechanically. We harvested this car out of South Carolina, and it is just a real treat. Beautifully dressed. You know how I love them. I love them with the tops. I love them with the trim. This one came in with the top on it. It's already striped. I did add a few other touches to it. Obviously white wall tires. I also added these chrome wheels. It had the standard alloys that were typical with these cars. Just because you got an Ultimate didn't mean you got these Cartier style chrome wheels. But these are the correct wheels for this car. They came off of a parts car that I had. Beautiful shape the wheels are, and it goes to make the exterior of this car just pop that much more with the top, with the color. Excuse me, I don't know why I got the hiccups all of a sudden. With the colors, and then I obviously added the chrome rocker trim kit and the pillars, typical of me. But I just think this car came together so incredibly nicely. And I absolutely love it. It's a pleasure to drive. It's a pleasure to look at. It's just a real sharp car. If you're looking for a town car that's dressed, you want something that's different, here is a beautiful opportunity, beautiful example. As I'm walking into this tree branch here, I'm slightly further back because it's earlier in the day and there's a shadow right there where I normally park. But super sharp looking car. So if you like that look, this is the car for you. If you don't, I get it. Some people don't like the chrome, the glitz, the glamour, the gingerbread, as I call it. I do, so this is right up my alley. Beautiful cashmere tri-coat, which is a tri-stage paint pearl, high metallic. You can see, we'll get up close and just see that high metallic in this paint. Very common color. I've had a lot of these cars in this color, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful color with the cloth top on it. Gorgeous. And then it's topped off inside with a light stone interior. I've had a few in this exact color combination. Actually, it's kind of funny. I had an Ultimate that was this color with a tan cloth top just like this that I sold to a good customer. Drawing the blank on my name. I know he's probably going to watch this video because he has the twin to this car, and every now and again I get a text from him saying, "Hey Anthony," shows me a picture of the car and a little progress report, how much he loves it. So I know he's going to be watching this one, and he's going to be like, "Hey, that's the twin to my car." And it is. It absolutely is. So 69,000 miles. We went through this car, did everything we typically do, but I'm going to go around. I'm going to show you with the pointer here a few little defects and chips or whatever throughout the car. Nothing too crazy. Again, 69,000 miles, South Carolina car, super clean all the way around. I did have my PDR guy go through this car and do some PDR work. That's paintless dent repair. Also had the front bumper cover painted on this front corner. We'll get back up there. Had a kind of a scuff that you know, I thought warranted being refinished. But otherwise, this car is just a baby, well-loved automobile. And it just really, it looks the part. And again, if you like that look, this is definitely a beautiful example to jump on and take advantage of. All right, so let's go around this car. I'm going to point out just a few little things throughout. We'll start on this front corner. You can see crystal clear headlights, beautiful headlights. Bumper is in great shape. It was the other corner that had the mark. I'll show you where we repaired over there. Gold pinstripe was on the car beforehand, and these fender trims were already on the car as well. You can see a little chip right, where is it? Right there. Come down to the chrome wheels, beautiful fluted spoke wheels, brand new Travel Star pinstripe white walls. Just really give this car a beautiful look. The car came in with those alloys and black walls, and I said, oh, what a set of wheels would do for this car. And bam, here we are. I'm glad I had those because it was well worth sticking them on this car. Original Carlite windshield. See here, the Carlite logo. You know, few little, you know, stone rash, and no chips or anything like that. There was one chip on that side that was repaired. We'll get to it on that side, but no cracks or anything like that. No discoloration, no delamination. You can see, we'll get into the interior, but it's got an aftermarket nav system in it. Mirror caps, great shape on this side. Fenders coming down the side here, no dings in the doors. Like I said, I had all that serviced. Did install the chrome lower rocker kit. Does have a little ding right, where are we? Right there. A little chip right there. You know, the little chips that are on the edge that look like they might have been touched up. Right there, and we can see one right there. Keyless entry keypad. Original Carlite side glass, and all the glass and some of the panels have these stickers on them. I don't know what that is. Vehicle protected with traceable identification codes. I don't know. I don't see VIN etching, so I don't really know what that entails. But cloth top on this car is in phenomenal shape. Beautiful, like a light beige cloth top. All the stitching on the edge. I mean, just taking that still shot, you can see the fiber. Very, very nice sheen and shine to that original cloth. Just beautiful, beautiful shape all throughout. I did install the pillars here, all 6 pieces. Come down the side here, nice shape as well. No edges on this door. A little chip right there. I think there was a tiny scratch right there. The chrome trim, the ultimate emblem. I like how they incorporated the original emblem in the original spot. Sometimes they put different emblems on it, like presidential emblems or whatever, but original is always good. Beautiful chrome wheel back here. Brand new Travel Star 225 6017 UN106 tire. Come down the quarter. Great shape. Again, that beautiful pinstripe bumper. Looks good. Does have a spot here, here, and here, where a light scuff on the corner. Tail light is in great shape. Even all the stitching you can see around the edge of the rear window. Another typical wear spot was this. There's a fancy term for this seamed edge, and typically that starts to fray when these tops are left outside, and you know, just get beat up from weather and car washes. But absolutely nothing on this. Deck lid is in great shape. Rear taillight over here. All the town car emblems are present. It does have the typical kind of cracking / stress crack effect. Paint color on it is in great shape on this license plate pocket, but both corners show the typical plastic crack. It's not actually a crack. I think it's just, I don't know, it's not like loose or broken. Just every one of these seem to stress crack here, and then the foil kind of gets wrinkly around it. few little minor marks in the rear bumper, but nothing crazy. I didn't think that really warranted repainting a rear bumper. A little scratch there that was touched up around the edge. Again, quarter is in great shape. Perfect pinstripe color to pick on this car. Complements the top, matches the top. Again, just look at the beautiful condition of the cloth top on this car. And again, there's another one of those stickers, say vehicle protected with traceable identification codes. Don't know what that is. Ultimate, love it. Absolutely love it. Whoever did the top install on this car did a great job. Whatever the aftermarket company is. Little scuff right there. All the chrome wheel arches are in nice shape. Those were on the car. I put these on and the pillars on. And nice new white wall tires. Freshly added used set of chrome wheels, just really to set this car off. Now the doors, great shape. It's like maybe a minor, very minor abrasion right there. Couple very minor, not even like chips, but just maybe rub marks. Glass, and you can see the reflection on the door there. Rockers, again, just really sharp dress-up kit. You'd have a spot right on the edge of the mirror here where it's like, I don't know, it's kind of weird, like the top coat wore through, like something rubbed it. I've never really seen a spot like that. Leading edge of the roof is in great shape. This is that spot over here, the chip. But you can actually feel this little, I don't know, they injected it with something, because you can kind of feel it right on the top there. So that chip has been repaired, I guess. I don't know. But it's so far out of sight of, you know, obviously the driver that it's really not a huge deal. Did have a little itty spot right there on the fender where you can see, you know, maybe a door edge caught it. There was a small ding there. There's still a little bit of a ding there, but I did have the PDR guy. It's just kind of a tough spot right there in that fender. But he was able to get majority of it out. Wheel arch over here, great shape. White wall tires, again, chrome wheels are all in nice shape. All inside the pockets are in great shape on all of them. Across the hood, again, nice clean hood. Coming into the front bumper here, this is, where were we damaged? Right here was the spot, because you can see these two little impressions on the chrome here, but it's like it just kind of bumped into something fixed, like just the corner of a garage door opening or something. Wasn't torn, it really wasn't bad. It probably could have been touched up, but it was just deep enough that I said, you know, the car is so nice, it deserves to have the bumper cover refinish. So we had that done. There is a scuff in the headlight right there. When they refinish it, I also bought a brand new Ford license plate bracket. The original had a crack on this corner. Just when you give someone a little love tap with these, it's very common when it compresses for these to kind of break apart. So chances are that's probably what happened. You know, someone either backed into it just lightly in a parking lot, or someone tapped into something in a parking lot, similar situation. But brand new Ford OEM plate bracket. Grill is in nice shape. Does have a little spot. Where is it? Right there. And then a little weird right on the kind of like the crown here. See a few little weird formations there, but overall great shape and crystal clear headlights. Just a very good looking car all the way around. And 69,000 miles, I know I say is higher for what I normally deal with, especially since I got a 9,000 mile 03 coming up after this one, but these aren't even broken in this kind of miles. And with all the work that we've done to it, she's ready for the road. All right, we'll pull over to the shade next to this old mulch pile. but it's the only shade in the parking lot. So we're going to do it over here to the interior of this beautiful car. Interior is a little different on this one. So typically parchment is a common color. This is like I think they call it medium light stone or medium stone. It's kind of like more of a grayish color, I guess a stone color, for those who want to get technical. Show you inside the door jambs. Oh, here's the top, people. Agostino's vinyl top service. There's another one of those things. I don't know what this is. Beacon Industries. Oh, that's probably the tracing number. Let's see, 604 manufacture date. All inside the door jambs, nice and clean. All our little bushings are present. A couple little impressions here you can see on the rubber. That's just from the screws that hold on these outer pieces here on the top of the roof. But whoever did this, like I said, did a nice job, because they even sealed with like urethane or something. Typically I don't see that, only on, you know, more quality or prouder installations. And like I said, whoever did this one did a nice job on installing the top. Door panels are in great shape. You can see up here there's some you know, fingernail marks from going over the edge. A little bit of wear on the pull strap, to be expected for the 70,000 miles of door opening and closing. But overall I would say nice shape. The wood paneling, all the switches are in great shape. Carpeting, all the carpeting here, nice and clean. Even on the high traffic areas, pretty nice. Very, very minor, a few spots of corrosion on the Lincoln sill plates. Common with these cars, unfortunately. Where I was quite pleased to see is the condition of this driver's seat. You know, does have, you know, just any kind of normal creasing, but overall very, very nice for 70,000 miles, or almost 70,000 miles. No dry, you know, leather. Very, very minimal wear on the driver's seat. And that goes into the steering wheel too. You can see a nice leather wrapped wheel, wood on the top. All the buttons are in great shape. We'll get into that close up in a little bit. All the dashboard is in great shape. All the wood bezels, nice and bright. Go to the back here, open up the back door, get inside the jam, nice and clean. Yeah, that's what all these little stickers are for. No rust, no corrosion. The sill plate is in nice shape. Rear door panels, really nice. I mean, look at the gloss on the wood there. Beautiful reflection. Flip open ashtrays. Carpeting and everything is in great shape. Seat back pockets. Rear seat, and real nice leather in this car. Not typical for this kind of mileage, or for being from South Carolina. The odd thing was this car, well, that's probably why it's so nice, is it didn't live down in South Carolina its entire life. I think kind of went back and forth, because the car has a Minnesota title and it's been registered in Minnesota its entire life, but it spent some time in that Minnesota ownership in Arizona and in South Carolina. So I don't know what, you know, if it was a snowbird. Do snowbirds go to South Carolina? I guess maybe, potentially. Inside the jams, nice and clean. A little bit of wear here on this weather stripping, kind of typical for these. What happens is sometimes these moldings or these gaskets shrink up and they just start to catch the edge of the door panel. This one really caught it and just, you know, sits in there and kind of wears on it excessively. But no leaks or anything like that. It's kind of a typical spot to see that on these town cars on the back doors. Rear package tray. All the headliners in great shape. And seats, just real nice leather in this car. All the carpeting. And again, all the wood is super nice here at the other door panels here. here. These stickers all over the place. A couple little scuffs I must have missed from people's feet getting in and out. Doesn't come right off. Silk plate over here is pretty decent. Little spot right there, but overall nice. Gasketing is good here. Again, door panel, real nice shape. This one does have a few marks of fingernails, you know, but glossy, very nice gloss on the door. Good inserts there. And over here, seat switches, dual power seats, forward, back, yeah. Okay. Dashboard is in great shape. Even the wood, you know, the airbag. And it's not real wood; it's fake plastic wood, but only the finest plastic forest was used to build these Lincolns. Again, leather. It's just super nice. Really impressive on how nice the leather is. Center console, lid. It's in great shape. Carpeting. It's in nice shape throughout here. The lumbar support switches in the front. Just really nice. All right, let's jump behind the wheel. We'll show you the gauges and stuff like that, some buttons, the radio, books, keys, all that good stuff. All right, we're inside the Lincoln, and I love to show you what I got for keys, books. In this case, we got two original Lincoln Jewel or Star keys, two remotes as well. Start this up, key on, power memory seat recall on, 69,410 miles on this car. I do have the original books. All the books seem to be in here. There's tons of little, you know, maintenance books and interactive CDs and all that good stuff. Also have the original selling dealers business card, Walter, Lincoln Mercury in Bloomington, Minnesota. Sergio or Sergi apparently did not get, or maybe it was new or ran out of cards. I don't know. Could have been both. Key code. What's this here? This is the bumper quality label. Oh, for like 5-mile-an-hour bumpers, maybe? Yeah. Can impact 5. Oh, this is an original warrant, not a warranty. Insurance card, I can toss that. Nice leather-bound book here. It does have an aftermarket navigation unit. Now, typically, I don't like aftermarket radios. I typically hate aftermarket radios, but I understand why it was probably put in. This era town car is typical of having bad radios. The Alpine units were typical to go bad. So somebody had installed this aftermarket CD, AM, FM with navigation. That's what that guy is up there. That's a nav antenna. But it's an Eclipse unit. I decided to leave it in because it's a nice nav unit. The radio sounds good. And the nav is a great tool to have. What I don't quite like about it is kind of how it's like, I don't know, it looks, I tried to see if it was installed wrong, but you can see how it kind of sticks out a little bit. I think that's just typical of the radio, because if you open it, we're gonna open, you can see it doesn't go in any further. So I don't know. It seems a little odd, but you put your CD and then the disc for the nav as well. Cold air, we'll put it through our automatic climate control, test all the blend doors. We're going through the automatic cycle, self-test to diagnose. You can do this to see if there's any blend door issues with these cars, on any of these town cars. It goes through this kind of test cycle, and then what will happen is the whole screen will light up with like that. All the displays will light up, telling you that there are no codes. We're gonna do AC. Not that high because we need to be able to hear ourselves. Center, pop this back in. Never been smoked in. No signs of smoke. No odor of smoke. Dual power seats. We got power forward and back. Yep. Heat, memory, windows, all your windows. All the windows operate. Sunroof operates as well. Dual vanity mirrors, illuminated. This one has these two kind of dark colored stains up here. Maybe something that kind of comes off, but illuminated as well. All right, let's pop the hood. And let me grab the key so I can show you the cool trunk popping feature. Pop open the hood here. Under the hood, nice, clean. I mean, just a very, look at the engine block. You know, this car was registered in a bad winter weather state, but I really don't think it saw that winter. I have to assume this car was transported, because look at how nice the block is. You know, you still got writing on there from the factory. Very, very clean, very presentable. All the nuts, bolts, fasteners. And just look at how nice it is under there. It looks like, you know, if I said this car came from Las Vegas or, you know, California, you could probably believe me, because the condition, which is very, very clean all throughout. New battery. Obviously, I'll go through the fluids, not the fluids, all the services that I've done. Under hood insulation. All right, now let's pop the trunk with the button. 2 pushes. Trunk comes open. So you all inside the trunk here, nice and clean, tidy. One thing is, I don't have the original floor mats of this car. It had these heavy rubber mats in there that are in, you know, good shape, but I'm assuming somebody took out the cloth ones and put them in a garage somewhere and put these ones in, and then they just never got put back in the car. I do have, spare there, I do have a set of floor mats for this car that are in a light parchment color, which is a little bit more browner. Typical of, you know, most of these Lincolns, that parchment color, that I will include if you want. I'll send you a picture of what they look like. Color is a little off, but, you know, they're factory Lincoln floor mats out of an 80,000 mile parts car I have. Push that again twice. We have power close. Yes, my plate is not on all the way. It's just finger tight in there. All right, let's take it for a spin up the highway and back to the shop. All right, so put this thing in reverse. Well, it's probably not going to pick up because there's nothing behind me right now. But we did also replace the rear parking aid module on this, so the backup beepers work. Actually, there's nobody behind me. Let me back up to the trees over there. You can hear it. Typical on the 03 through Power Deluxe. The 03 through 2005 era town cars, for that to go bad. It's mounted behind the bumper. It's like a $400 part, but it ultimately just deactivates it when they go bad. So put a new one of those in. I don't skimp on these cars, you know. I did probably close to $4,000 worth of just maintenance, and you know what, I'm you know me, at this point I'm about to go into my list of things that I've done to these cars, and every time I get people in the comments like, oh, if it's only got X number of miles, why did you have to do all that stuff? Like I'm you know, I'm lying or something. And you know what, some of the stuff wasn't necessary, but I did it anyways. Like the tires, it had good tires on it, but they were black walls, so I put tires on. The wheels, same thing. You know, most dealers probably wouldn't put shocks and struts in them, but I could tell they were a little worn in this car. They were leaking, the front ones, one of them was leaking. You know, ball joints, upper ball joints, again, they weren't bad, but the boots were ripped. I hate repeating myself all the time with, like, justifying why I do the work that I do to these cars, but I absolutely can't stand when people are in the comments like, oh, you know, just because the car doesn't have many miles doesn't mean stuff doesn't age. You know, shocks and struts and stuff still age, you know, even not being used. Obviously they age more when you are using them, but Anyway, so we did quite a bit, which I'll get into, but one of those things is that parking aid module that I can almost guarantee any other dealer selling these things is not going to replace a $400 parking module on a 20-year-old Lincoln Town car. So, you know, just I know I can still get the parts, still get them brand new. Most people wouldn't even put the effort in to try. Speed control works great. Cruise, horn works. Nope, not talking to you. She cruises down the highway nicely, tracks down the highway nicely. Just a nice, comfortable riding car. You know, really surprising on how nice it is for the miles that are on it. All right, let's see. We're gonna take this exit here. So to get into the stuff that I did, so we won't drag this video out any longer, is 4 tires, new white walls. Obviously the 4 used wheels that I put on the car. Pads and rotors in the front, pads and rotors in the rear. I did 2 new rear calipers on this car. Again, probably not needed, but very commonly the rear calipers seize up or drag on these after I do brakes, and you can press them in. So I just do them anyways. They're $40 for new Ford Reman calipers. So new rear calipers, new rear shocks, airbags are the originals, and they're in great shape. I'll show you that in a few minutes when we get up on the lift. New rear parking aid module, fuel pump, fuel sending unit. That was dead when I got the car. New battery, front struts, upper control arms with ball joints. We also replaced the AC accumulator, typical for these Lincolns, that those rust out. You charge up the AC, it lasts for a couple days, and it leaks out of the AC accumulator because the way Ford designed these things is stupid. They used to be up high, then the problem was they would drip and rot the frames in the older town cars, and so they put them forward and down low, and Ford encased them in a plastic clamshell. So you have this metal can, picture a metal can sweating with air conditioning, you know, condensation, but it's stuck in a plastic can. It's got a little weep hole on the bottom, so what's going to happen? It's going to rot out. Again, you don't really see it because it's in the plastic shell, but if you look up through the weep hole, usually you can see, and you can clearly see this one was all rotted out. Battery, oil change, resealed the air intake cowl on this car as well. So I've gone through the car. I got both sets of keys. I even replaced this lens here. This lens on the instrument cluster had a little crack right down the bottom here, just starting. If you put a little pressure on it, it would have shot right up. I have, you know, I have a whole parts car sitting out back, so replace that as well. So this car is ready to go. Any questions? 978-930-1004 is my number. Feel free to reach out. Don't let distance stop you from getting a dream car like this in your driveway. I can ship them anywhere. I ship them in from everywhere, so I can ship them out anywhere as well. Price on this car is going to be $13,995. And again, any questions, hit me up there. Go over to my website, specialtymotorcars.net, for all the still pictures of this car. You can shoot me a message there as well, but best thing to do is phone call if you're interested in the car, because usually they sell themselves relatively quickly. 978-930-1004. Let's head back to the shop, and I'll pop this. Ooh, I'm changing lanes. Sorry, guy. I'll pop this up on the lift for you to take a look at the bottom of this car, show you how nice and clean it is under there as well, and then we'll wrap up the video. All right, folks, here is the bottom side of the 2004 Lincoln Town Car Ultimate. Even though when I bought this car, I hadn't driven it yet, we put it on the lift. The reason why I hadn't driven it was because it had a bad fuel pump. So put it on the lift, and we basically just did everything we typically do to these cars. New front struts, new upper control arms. One of the front struts was, you could see, visually leaking, so we did struts, pads, rotors all the way around. Obviously 4 new tires. Did a fresh Motorcraft oil change. Same on this side. Upper control arm, ball joint, new front struts, pads, rotors. But very clean car. Underneath, no real rust or anything like that. Floors are in great shape. A little surface rust on the exhaust components, but it's stainless steel. I believe this is stainless. Or coated stainless. I don't forget what they call it. New calipers in the back. New shocks in the back, both sides. Airbags are actually in really great shape. You can see that on both sides there. Obviously, new fuel pump, so now it does start. New rear shocks. Don't know if I already said that. But clean car under here. Very clean car. Still got some cobwebs from Nana's garage, but once I get driving, she'll get blown off and she'll be ready to go. Any questions, give me a call, 978-930-1004. My name is Anthony. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll talk to you on the next one.